Hi everyone, welcome to today's video. In this video, I would like to talk about routines. This is going to be a kind of a sequel video to what I have done in my goal setting video. Just in case if you haven't watched that video yet, I will give it in the I button above and you can click on that and check that video out. Like I have released that goal setting video a couple of weeks ago, but actually I have done that planning activity by end of December itself. So I had the last 2 months of time to go through my planning and practice the routines what I have set for myself. I am making this video for two reasons. First one, to show how a routine can be followed and what is the whole process about it. And the second reason is that I want to establish that goal setting, routines formation is not a single day activity. We need to do this as a long term process, at least for a few months, by actively practicing whatever the routines we have set and evaluating it time to time and finding out whether it is fitting to our exact goals or not. Keeping that in mind, I would like to discuss what are the routines that I have set for myself, how I track those routines, what are the benefits of following those routines, what are the difficulties that I faced to practice those routines, how I plan to overcome those difficulties in coming days. Let's get started. Firstly, what are the routines that I have set for myself? You can see the routines what I have set for myself in the screen. I do not want to go through each and everything one by one, but quickly I want to cover few routines. Basically, I wanted to wake up by 6 a.m. So currently I am working from home, so I do not add anything related to the travel to office. But otherwise, I have covered most of the things which I would like to do in a day. Just that from 8:15 to 5:30 p.m. I will be doing my work. In my office hours, I am taking 1 hour of time to practice one of the routines which I have set for myself, that's learning SQL. Most of the times I got the time to do that learning within the office hours itself, but sometimes when we had continuous meetings, if I was tired or something, then I was not doing that practice within office hours. I try to take some time outside the office hours and try to do that activity. Next, let's discuss about how I tracked my routines. Why tracking is important? You would have already heard this quote. Still, I would like to repeat it again. Whatever is measured can be managed. So, if we need to manage our routines effectively, it is important to measure how we are doing it. Just in case if we need to do any improvements or if we need to do any changes, we will be able to come to know only with the tracking what we are doing. To track our habits or the routines, there are multiple super applications available both in Android as well as in the iOS. But while getting started, I do not want to depend on a mobile to track my habits. So what I do is I take a piece of paper and write all the routines what I have set for myself, and I put 5 different columns for each working day, and I just tick off each of the activities whichever I do. Just in case if I don't complete something, then I put a cross mark in the box. Also, I generally feel that ticking on something manually and seeing that I am able to complete something, it's a kind of a good feel. So I generally stick to this manual activity. In case if you would like to track your routines, if you are comfortable with mobile applications, then for sure you can go ahead and do it. But if you are someone like me who enjoys doing some manual ticks, then of course you can try to do this paperwork also. So based on tracking what it says, whether I have accomplished all the things or not. So as I said, I had from January to till now almost 2+ months of time to practice all my routines, and this history of data is enough for me, at least for now, to come to a conclusion whether I am able to continue all the routines correctly or not. So what are my results say? Did I complete all my routines regularly? Of course not. Actually, I was unable to do all my routines continuously, but many things I was able to achieve. I was able to continue my routine correctly, but few things I couldn't complete. For example, allocating time for German. So I clearly mentioned 1 hour of time in the evening to learn German, but unfortunately for some reasons or my laziness, but I was somehow missing my routines on learning German alone. But remaining things, most of the times I was able to follow, doing exercises here and there. Some days I have missed, but mostly I could say that it was good for me to practice all these routines. What are the benefits of following these routines? Before setting these routines, I was not sure what I was doing actually. But at least after setting these goals and routines, I was able to know that I am doing these things and this much time, and this is how it's impacting me. When I was able to tick something continuously for, let's say, 30 days or 40 days, I was feeling like, yes, I could do something regularly. That's a kind of self satisfaction and a little bit motivation from the actions whatever we do. So the next benefit what I see is hope. I was able to plan something and I was able to continuously do something. So this process gives me hope that I will be able to do anything in future as well. So these are the main benefits that I have experienced in the past days. What are the difficulties that I faced while practicing these routines? Of course, when we do something, there will be always hurdles or difficulties which come along our way. Even for me, in the past 2.5 months, while practicing these routines, I was getting a lot of hurdles. I would like to categorize them in three different ways. Firstly, I started to experience some genuine tiredness. What do I mean by this? It's not like my laziness or something, but when I'm moving from unconscious routines to conscious routines. So in past I was just doing whatever the things I wanted to do, but after setting my goals and routines, I'm doing something which is important for me and continuously. I mean, in a sequential order, I'm doing it. So it feels like I'm doing some extra work, and I started to feel like some tiredness or things like that. So I think this is something which we get generally whenever we start to do something new. My second type of difficulties are more to do with mobile, laziness, and procrastination. So it's something that the brain induces. I think I have read it somewhere. Brain always wants us to stay idle and take rest. When we try to push ourselves to do something which is not idle, then at this time we always started to get this laziness or the procrastination and trying to get distracted with mobile or some YouTube or some other things, whatever we want to get distracted as social media, things like that. Third difficulty what I faced is, it's actually weird. It's during my working hours. It's not in the entire day, but only during the working hours. It's actually not bad, but it's more about the priorities. That's what I would say. So that's why I wanted to specifically speak about this particular difficulty, because these are like trying to track the stock market results, or trying to check the book which I have bought in my Kindle, or trying to read about some new investment plans, things like that. So these are not bad, these are good things that we are supposed to do for ourselves, but during the working hours this is very bad. That's what I feel. At least I feel this is something the brain is tricking us to get away from the work what we are doing and trying to put us in something else for which we will not feel so guilty. So it's like you're going to just read your book, or you are just going to track your stock market investments. You don't need to feel guilty about it. That's how the brain tricks me. But I know that during working hours, if I do that, it's something completely wrong. I will lose focus in my work. So next part, how am I planning to overcome all these difficulties? For my first category, wherein I feel like I'm getting some genuine tiredness, it's actually a mindset change that I need to bring into me. So when we are moving from an unconscious habit to a conscious habit, it's going to be difficult. I need to accept that and I need to practice that. That's the mindset that I need to bring for myself. And the second habit, it's more to do the laziness, procrastination, and getting distracted with mobile. I am going to try to keep my mobile away from myself, at least during my working hours. During the remaining times when I need to spend my time with my family or need to help my family, during that time I am going to switch off the Wi-Fi or data, so that I will not get tempted to take my mobile and keep checking that very often just to get distracted or to get away from the work what I'm supposed to do. So I think for now I just have thought about staying away from mobile, because for me most of the time distraction, procrastination and the laziness, everything connects me to the mobile itself. So I am sure I will always get this laziness, procrastination and distraction again, but I don't want to go into my mobile. Instead, if I keep the mobile away, maybe I can go and pick up something else which will be useful for me. So that's something I have planned, so I am going to try that. For the third difficulty, which is related to checking stock market or Kindle, so most of the times I do this only in my mobile. I don't check this in my office laptop. So I should be again keeping the mobile away from my working room. This should somehow help me to concentrate on my work rather than just checking all these things. Maybe if I feel like this in future, I will try to open some tabs in my browser and read about something which can be useful for my work. Hope this video has given some overview. Also, if you feel comfortable, you can also comment your routines or habits which you are trying and what are the difficulties that you are facing and how you are overcoming that. Just in case if you are interested, you can share about it. We can have a healthier discussion in the comments. If you think this is useful to you, please give a like to this video and stay subscribed for more videos. Thanks for watching this video.